Hi guys, this is Miss Ball. I'm creating this videocast to teach you how to set up your interactive science notebook for advanced science class this year. I'm going to go through all of the things that I will be checking in this first notebook check. We've been working on the notebook since last Friday, August 28th, and they are due for a large grade this Friday, September 4th. This is also going to be helpful for those students who either moved to Pullman or changed classes during the year into my science class. The first thing is that you need to get a composition book, and it needs to be college ruled if possible. That'll give you more lines per page, and it should be 100 sheets, which equals 200 pages. The first thing you will do with your composition book is decorate the front of it with pictures cut out from magazines, printed from the internet, etc. And those pictures need to be about science, whatever science means to you personally. Everyone's is going to look different. It could be more biology, it could be more chemistry or engineering, computer technology, whatever pleases you. And it needs to have the word science on there. The back of the notebook should be decorated with things that will tell us a little bit about you. It could be pictures of you, places you've been, things that you like, words that interest you or that you feel are inspirational. You can put quotes, whatever you want on the back that tells us a little bit about you, and it must include your name. This is important for when either your notebook is misplaced or when I collect them to grade them. Inside the notebook, you will be putting a few things that are really important. One is that you will have a pocket in the front. You will create this pocket using old file folders, and we'll have those cut up in class. If you don't have them, I will show you later how you can just cut up an old file folder to create the pockets. The front pocket needs to have the word scraps written on it, and then you will also put a back pocket on, and this one you will have this cut out that you will receive in class, and this needs to be attached, and this is titled the Quiz Test Project Reflection Questions, and we will answer these questions each time we take a quiz, test, or receive a grade from a project. So that needs to be back on the back. These are two things that will be part of your grade this coming Friday. Another thing that you need to attach is this label right here, and it says, if found, please return to Miss Ball in room 21. Because of this, I almost never have any students who actually lose their notebooks, because if they misplace it around school, somebody finds it, sees this, and immediately returns it to me. Okay, so that's setting up just the outer parts of the notebook. You do not have to decorate this inner part. If you want to, you're welcome to, but it is not necessary. The pockets are necessary, the word scraps, the quiz test project reflection questions, and the label where to find it. These can be found in my classroom, and we've given them out already this week. The first page that will be part of this grade is the thing we did actually on the very first day of school, and that is a quote titled "Attitude is a Choice." And there were two questions that were supposed to be answered based on that quote. This page is also on my Edline if you needed a second copy of it. The other thing that needs to be noted is that on every single page in the notebook, you need to number the pages in the outer corner, whatever the outer corner is. Now, they're numbered a little bit differently than probably what you're used to. This one is numbered 1R because it is the first page and it is on the right side. This second section, this is section 2. You've got 2 left and 2 right. So 2L and 2R. All of your pages need to be numbered in this fashion. 3 left, 3 right, 4 left, 4 right, 5 left, 5 right, and so on. They also do have to be numbered in the outer corner. As I go through and grade things to make sure they're in the right place, I need to be able to find the pages quickly, as do you when it's time for you to study or go back to recall information. Okay, so the first page again, attitude is a choice with your 2 questions answered. The second section, pages 2 left and right, should be your syllabus. Now, your syllabus was given out on the second day of school. It was supposed to go home. You should have read over it with your parents. It should have been signed, so you actually will not have this portion attached because you're supposed to sign, have that signed, cut that off, and return it. Then you were to fold both pages, and we went over this in class exactly how to do this. Titled the first one syllabus page 1 and the second one syllabus page 2. Throughout the year, as you're going through your notebook, you will find that some pages you will have to fold because we actually might have another reflection type activity on the outside of the page. And in order to go back and find things quickly, you need to label the pages so that you know exactly what is there. So on syllabus page 1, you were told to write 2 remember statements. So you were supposed to go back and look over all the information on syllabus page 1 and come up with 2 statements that you personally need to remember for this year to help you be more successful. Same thing on the section on the second page. read over that second section, find 2 things that you personally need to remember from this information, and write yourself 2 remember statements. Such as, an example might be on this first one, maybe you're not really good at remembering to get your makeup work after an absence, which is discussed in this paragraph here. So you might need to write a sentence here that says, remember to always get the makeup work, or to get the makeup work from Edline. Another one might be something like, remember, she does not take late work. So whatever it is, you need to read through and find some remember statements. Page 3 left is the notebook tips. These were copied down in class on Monday, August 31st. These were copied down. They're also available, in fact, all of these handouts so far are also available on Edline. So if you, for some reason, need a second copy, you may do that. You may get them from Edline. This page, the notebook tips, must be written in your own handwriting. I do not want them just copied and printed out from Edline. You need to write them in your own handwriting. Writing them is one way that I know that you have at least read through and written and understand each of these things. It's important because these are the criteria that will be used to grade your notebooks throughout the year. Page 3 right is an interactive notebook page explaining the right side, left side. We'll spend more time talking about this in the next few days, but this was given in class today on September 1st. The next page should be your draw a scientist, and the directions were to, it said in the box below, draw a picture of a scientist doing science. This was assigned last week. You were allowed to finish it for homework and then turn it in the next day. Those of you who did that have already received these back with a grade, and you guys did a fantastic job. So that should be attached on this page, and it should have been cut to fit the page, not folded. On page 4 right is the textbook scavenger hunt. You do not have these back yet. You should be getting them back tomorrow in class, tomorrow or Thursday, so you will have time to attach these before Friday. Page 5 left. 5 left contains the safety rules, and 5 right contains laboratory safety information. We're actually in the middle of working on safety now. Today we started in class working on making a music video to a lab safety rap song. So again, you've got to label the outer corners of your pages with the page numbers. That's the last page that we have through so far. We may have up to pages 6 left and right that will be counted on the notebook check this week, but at least definitely through page 5 right. Now, let's say you're a student coming into my class later in the year. You will need to get with me personally. If you are switching from another class here at the school, we need to sit down and talk about what's the best way for you to set up your notebook. If you're close to the end of a notebook, I may have you just go ahead and start a new one. If you're new to Coleman Middle School, then we'll go ahead and have you start fresh with a new notebook, and we'll have you at least have these first few pages through page 5 right, because this is important information that you need to have in order to be successful in the classroom and know what the appropriate procedures are. If you have any questions, please always email me at julie.ball@svhc.k12.fl.us. Thanks. Okay, 2 things I almost forgot. One is that the outside of your notebook needs to be laminated. You can do this a couple of different ways. You can use contact paper, clear contact paper if you have any. We have run out of that option here in the classroom, but what we do have is actually my preferred laminate, and that is packing tape. It's quite easy to use. All you do is run a strip, cut the edges, and then when you place the strip down, you just flip the edges over to the inside cover of the notebook. And then you just go ahead and overlap them slightly until you cover the entire front, and do the same for the back. I actually prefer this option just because I like the look of the packing tape better than contact paper. Okay, the last thing I need to show you is how to set up the in the back of your notebook. So you're going to take any old file folder, and it doesn't matter what color it is, it doesn't even matter if there's writing on it, because you're going to cut it up and most of that will actually be covered up on the inside anyway. And you take that file folder and fold it into thirds, and then you're going to take that and cut along those folds. And this will actually give you 2 sets right here. This is for your 2 pockets. You will take and cut those folded edges off. Then take your notebook, place it inside, and then cut off the remaining part so that it actually fits as a pocket on your notebook. Then you will just run either stick glue or double-sided tape in a U shape around here so that it will be a pocket and will hold your scraps of paper. You'll do this for both the front and the back of the notebook, and then you're good to go.
Let's get into this discussion of sunlight and transfer of energy. Photosynthesis, let's get into this process of chemical reaction to synergy. Photosynthesis, let's get into this discussion of sunlight and transfer of energy. Photosynthesis, let's get into this process of chemical reaction.